Well, one interesting thing that I saw over the last couple of days, which is harks back to something that me and you, James, got really into for a while, which is O.J. Simpson. Which is
that sounds weird. We shouldn't be getting into OJ.
we were big fans of OJ for a short period of time and his work.
Not his murdering work.
Yeah, that's it. We watched Made in America. It was Made in America, wasn't it? It was called.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
The O.J. Simpson story, which is an amazing documentary and said all about his career and sort of his darker times as such towards the end. But the article was on Kotaku, which is a gaming website, and it's about. I sort of vaguely remember these things. It was the writer had a CD of multiple games, so it was like 1,000 games in one CD for Windows. A lot of shareware games, a lot of bits and pieces on there. But what they discovered was on there as well was a lot of O.J. Simpson related stuff, and this ranged from a full transcription of his entire court case that was featured on this like 1,000 game CD, a trivia O.J. Simpson trivia game. But
we'd ace that.
Yeah, that's it. We'd be brilliant at it. But the highlight for me, I think, is a game called OJ 3D, where you play O.J. Simpson attempting to escape the cops in a car, and it's like this top-down thing of the little white Bronco and the cars coming after him in the police chase. Firstly, I want to track this thing down and see if I can play it, but it was just really putting the question out there. I mean, you look at these things and they're quite funny, but what other real-world scenarios do you think would make a good game like that?
Well, there's none that spring to mind. Just to say, can you think of any, Steve?
Not straight off the top of the head. No, I would have to take a moment just to have a little bit of a think about it.
Yeah, I mean, the thing with the OJ one is, I mean, it was well documented, wasn't it? And like you said, Matt, that series that we watched was lengthy. I can't remember how many hours long that was, but
it was something like 8 episodes of
an
hour long and a half of time.
Yeah. And the story of it. I mean, I guess in some respects there are kind of, a game that you mentioned last week, which is Wolfenstein, with defeating the Nazis and things like that, which is, kind of relatable in some respects. I mean, it's a bit dramatic, I'd say, and not exactly what happened, but when it comes to kind of celebrities involved in that, I mean, I guess you could have one for Oscar Pretorius. See that one? That would be an equivalent one where you're. I mean, innocent until proven guilty, as they say. But yeah, I mean, there's some that might be a little bit close to the mark. I mean, in a car chase scenario, that's slightly different. He wasn't killing anyone during that part, but
I think that's it. With these things, it's obviously focusing on fairly dark subject matter, but at least they're focusing on the lighter side of the whole story. What fascinates me about this sort of thing is what inspires someone to do it. Like they're sitting there and obviously they've got the skills to make a game. You think, what should I make a game about? I know what. Let's stick OJ in a game. That'd be a brilliant thing, won't it?
But there are some questionable games in the history. I mean, you've mentioned another game, I think, might not have been on the show, but isn't there one called like Untitled Goose Game or something like that?
Yeah, that's amazing, though.
I mean, what a random... I mean, it is never a game. I mean, I know you've got it, but I would never play anything like that. Just the title puts me off straight away.
But the brilliant thing about it is the story of the game is you're a goose, but you're being a right pain, to use a sort of a family-friendly expression. You nick you have to have this checklist of challenges each time, and the one that always sticks in my head is there's a kid with glasses, and you frighten him so he drops his glasses because you have to get glasses, and you nick his glasses, and he's stumbling around like this, sort of trying to find his way around because you've stolen his glasses and things like that. Amazing.
If there are any games that spring to your mind, Steve, that are a bit random like that?
Well, I managed to think of one that certainly could be an idea from the concept you were talking about earlier. I mean, the idea of, like you said, of the OJ. I mean, perhaps a bit lighter, but still ended up in prison. Maybe like a Tiger King kind of thing would be quite fun.
That'd be an amazing game, wouldn't it?
And it would sell as well. That's the thing. People would buy it just because of how well that series took off.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, can you imagine, like, in 15, 20 years from now, of like stuff that we're going through now? Like, we'll probably be looking back at, hopefully that we've moved on and we're fine from everything that's going on with the COVID stuff as well, and probably be able to put that into that sort of context as well.
And there is just on a little tangent here, but linked to that, the TV show that's coming back round soon on UK TV, which is I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here, which this year, I mean, for those who don't know it, usually it's held in Australia in a jungle somewhere. But this year it's actually going to be in, I believe, Scotland or Wales, maybe, in a castle. And one of the names rumoured, is Carol Baskin.
Really?
Or AKA Carol Baskin. So I mean, she might have made her own fame from not even being the main person in that show. So interesting to see. But